Welcome to SML Total Access, the official podcast of the Sim Madden League. Now, here are your hosts, ZZ the Great and Primetime 000.
Hello and welcome to the SML podcast. This is SML Total Access. We're back at it again. I'm Primetime 000, and with me as always, my trusted co-host, ZZ the Great. What's going on, man?
What's going on, SML? We're back. It's getting close to playoff time. I am so excited, man. Total Access. We've been busy lately, fellas, but we are back, man, and we are excited and raring to go.
It's going to be lit. It's going to be fire. And what better way to start off our podcast than the usual first down? Keep in mind we have 4 downs and the extra point. We try to keep this around 15 to 17 minutes long. But first down, we got to talk about the New England Patriots, QB stud. He's going for that perfect season. Or I said last podcast we had a week or two ago, I'm like, I think this 16-0 season means a lot to him. I think he's going to go for it against the Chargers, a 5-10 team. It wouldn't surprise me to see his starters a majority of this game until he gets it locked up. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, I think he has a great chance of doing this perfect season thing. And considering the fact that QB stud is one of the few SML guys that have won a Super Bowl, a Simbardi trophy, besides the 15-time champ.
Yes, sir.
So, yes. But the fact that he's won one before and now he's 15-0, he has just as good a chance as Sunday had when he. Did Sunday pull off the 19-win season?
Yeah, it did, and it did.
Miracle. That was doing a miracle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it didn't get the hype it deserved. It kind of took away his 19-0. Like people felt it was clouded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game kind of took over that fact. So he can be the next guy to do it, man. And when you're playing like he's playing, and what's kind of stands out to me is that he's not number one in almost any category, I don't think. I mean, because he's like 4th in points. He's 5th in points allowed. He's 12th in rushing yards allowed. And he's like 6th in passing. So there's no like overwhelming stat that is showing that it's showing why he's being so dominant.
He's very
balanced. I think
but
why he is being so dominant is because he's so good at everything. He's been making the right moves. He makes the right calls when the time comes, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Mm-hmm. And that has propelled him to a 15-0 season at this point.
Yeah, it's a good strategy to have. One that I believe, if you're going to be an elite player for a long time, I think you have to have balance. And I said it in chat before. You can't be a Meats type of player. You know, sorry, Meats. I didn't mean to. But here's the thing about my boy Meats. He is obviously Freddie Golden is a top 5 runner every year, but Lamar Jackson is a 32 ranked passer in terms of yards this year. So it's like if you kind of contain Freddie Golden, you're basically gonna beat Meats. You know, it's like you're playing Oshie. If you back in the day when Oshie was in the league, if you contain Cohen and then you don't throw a lot of picks, you're probably going to beat Oshie. That's how I beat him in the Super Bowl, and that's kind of how you beat Meats. QB stud, similar style to myself, similar style to Dan, I think, is another guy. We're going to talk about him later, where just a balanced approach. You don't know what's coming. They can win different ways, and that's how you win a lot of games in the long run. So yeah, I think. Oh, go on.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say this has just been such a great and interesting season, man. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of different things going on with a bunch of different guys that are really interesting that we could talk about all day.
Yeah. So, but I think we both agree Patriots likely to go 16-0. I expect them to have his starters in for until that game's locked up. Chargers haven't been strong this cycle. I expect Patriots 16-0. Book it.
Book it.
Second down here in the SML Total Access, best podcast on the network. Let's talk AFC talk. Nothing's locked in yet. Nothing is locked in yet. But if the season ended today, Dump is out of the playoffs and Rolls-Royce is in at number 6. What's your thoughts on Dump not making the playoffs?
Man, look, if Dump doesn't make the playoffs this year, we have to wonder what's going on with Dump, man. Dump was one of our best guys. in that division, not in just in your in the AFC South, but he was one of the best guys in our league. I mean, we had Dump projected to win the Super Bowl a couple of times. Dump's game has kind of slacked off lately. He's currently at 9-6 and could very well be overtaken. I haven't looked at the conference lineup just yet to see who could overtake him. You're telling me Jets could do it, but is that the only team that could overtake
basically,
him?
Yeah, Jets.
Which is 10-5. Who does Royce play next?
Royce has he has a pretty favorable matchup coming up here in week 17. He's going to play the Buffalo Bills, who I believe are on autopilot.
Oh, wow. Oh, Dunk, man, you're in trouble, brother. You're in trouble. You might be sitting over there with me, Mike, FML, and rest of us bums on the sideline in this playoffs from our usual spot.
Dump is a great player, though. We expect him to probably rebound next season. His 6 losses, I know 2 came against me, 1 came against Sunday, another against Grams, 1 against Woods. So he's just lost. Yes. He's just lost. He hasn't won against big time players.
That's what happens when you win. When you're a winner, man, it's hard. It just gets harder.
You get an X on your back.
Oh yeah, you get the X on your back. Your schedule is harder. You're paying them but top tier players. It gets tough.
Let's talk real quick now. The AFC West. I think the Chiefs are going to win this division by a frog hair. I think. I think. Let's play a little what if scenario here. We're recording before these games are going to be played. But if Meats beats the Chiefs, this is not a wrap. This is not the prime tape. But
Chiefs.
Then they're tied up. The Raiders and Chiefs go into Week 17, and they play each other for the AFC West crown. But there's a catch. There is a catch. Greer will be out for that game. Raider fans' prize possession player is out for the game. What do you think?
He get hurt.
What do you think will happen? And is old boy Corey Keeps, the defending primer champion, gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah, if we look at history and what and how things have usually gone, and Corey Keeps is not a veteran player, but the fact that Raider has not made the playoffs a lot in the history of the SML, and the for me the dominating factor in him recently, his recently newfound fame has been Greer. I mean, it's been on his back the whole time. He's isn't he? He's currently the leading rusher over Golden now. And I know Meats hates to hear that, but he's the leading rusher. And the Raiders, they lean heavily on Greer. So unless the Raiders comes out, he has a deep attack now. Don't get that twisted, because the Raiders has always whipped for some of the fastest wide receivers.
He's got some good players on that team.
Yes, he does. So let's not completely write Raider off. I'm not completely writing him off. And I always root for you, Raiders. So I mean, I don't know you that well, Corey. I like what you're doing out here, but I'm gonna be rooting for my boy Raider. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say probably the Chiefs gonna end up taking that division and roll right into the playoffs.
Yeah, I know the Chiefs started off very well this season. They kind of slowed down. They played some tougher competition. I think the Chiefs win the division, but it would be better for the league if Raider fan won the division, just for the community to see Raider fan back in the playoffs. We'll see what happens, though. Let's move to third down, and kind of a new thing I want to bring into the SML Total Access, a new segment. Buy or sell. It's like a stock. We see rising, the risers, the fallers. One dude who's been rising, like he is the Amazon of the SML, where maybe if you bought him at $40 and now he's at like $2,000, you're a multimillionaire. Dan the Eagles. Is he the best team in the NFC? Buy or sell?
The best team in the NFC. I am not going to buy that.
You're selling on Dan. I'm
selling on Dan right now while he's at the top of his stock.
Oh,
because, man, look, I got to be honest. I don't like, well, for me, longevity in this league, plays a tremendous factor. The more guys play you in this league, the more they recognize your tendencies. We even have guys that study tape. So,
Yes.
And without even studying tape, just by playing you multiple times, they learn stuff from you. And the more they learn from you, if you can continue to be dominant after guys have learned who you are, that says a whole lot to me.
Yes.
But the fact that Dan Heat is fairly a new player, I'm not gonna say he's better than, say, Sunday or say I don't know. I'm not gonna even, like people like Grams. I mean, I still think he's one of the best people in the league. He might be distracted or just the team wasn't built the way he wanted it to be built. It's certain things to me that make these guys who they are. And of course, I mean, the guy we're going to talk about next, Lord Killer. I mean, he's a one-time, two-time champion. So you can't take Lawyer Killer out of this situation right now. So saying then he's the best player, no. Not gonna buy that stock.
So then let's move on to the next stock, a riser of sorts. This guy, a lot of people sold on him early in the cycle, seasons 1 through 4, maybe seasons even 1 through 5. The stock on Lawyer Killer dropped hard. This guy, I mean, it was like bankruptcy. His corporation and over there in Green Bay, it was dead to rights. He was sinking. And now, if you bought him low, he's rising up now. He's probably the number 2 seed in the conference. Buy or sell Lawyer Killer, possibly making a run at this thing.
Hey, and off my previous comments before, longevity in this league, everybody knows Lawyer Killer. Everybody knows how he plays, and the fact that they know who he is and how he plays, and depending on who he played this schedule, I'm buying Lawyer Killer stock right now, man. If it's selling at a low rate, I know this man won a championship before. I know what he can do. I know what he has done in this league. The only factor that I would take is that me and Lawyer Killer had an overtime game where he came back on me towards the end and he ended up beating me in overtime. But other than that fact, that would bring the stock down just a little bit because I almost got him. Other than that, man, I'm buying Lawyer Killer all day.
And my final buy or sell now. Buy or sell Meats flops in the playoffs one more time. Are you high on Meats or are you low on him in the playoffs?
Look, hey man, if it's buying the flop, I'm buying the folding chair, baby. I got to buy it because it's been a staple piece of the SML this whole time, man. It ain't changed. It's like the weather in the SML. You can predict what's gonna happen tomorrow with Meats usually. Yeah. Now, this could be that year. I mean, Meats' time is running out, man. He built a fantastic team this year. He had a great team. And he has what, 2 more the rest of the season, then we have 1 more maybe really fast season. And the pressure might be on. That might be the pressure that conforms this carbon that is Meats into this diamond. That could be a
wow. I'm looking at the SML Doppler radar and I see a thunder and a crashing down in Baltimore where it's just the legs of that folding chair snap once more on young boy Meats and the Ravens don't get it done again.
We love you, Meats. That's our other admin, man. We love our guy.
He's a good guy. I love Meats.
Yeah, we love our
Don't get it twisted. Moving on though. Sorry, Meats. Fourth down. SML playoffs. What do you think is going to happen? Who's going to win it all? Predictions, Super Bowl predictions. What do you think is going to happen?
Super Bowl predictions. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get this every year. But without a Memorial Day miracle, I think we're going to end up seeing a repeat of last year. I mean, how else could it go? Yeah. The SML is the greatest place to watch CML football, man. This is the place to be. This is the place to if you're on the PlayStation 4 and you want to see some great stuff, go and look at our videos on what happened last year and our playoffs last year and what happened. And then go to some of the previous years. We've had some outstanding performances by some great guys here. And it's always exciting. We always put a lot into it. And this year, I look to see the 15-time champ, the GOAT.
Yes.
Going against what I will say the NFC Conference Championship, and last year's Super Bowl winner and Sam Barty Trophy holder, the Redskins Sunday. So that I want to see that matchup. I think everybody wants to see that matchup. Yeah. I'm not writing off the Patriots. Yes. I'm not writing off anybody, but this is just what I want to see. This is what I want to happen. This is what I think might happen.
Yes.
Yes. I always say if I'm putting money on it, I got to bet my house. That's what I'm putting it on.
I love it. Hey man, I'll make 2 guarantees on this podcast, and I'll make one right after I say that if I don't make it, if I do not make the Super Bowl, I'm going to say it's the Patriots and the Eagles. Patriots and Eagles if I don't make it. But here's the thing. I'm going to make the Super Bowl. I'm going to beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. And if I play Sunday Squad, I'm going to guarantee a win there too. So if I play Patriots and Redskins, that's 2 guarantees. Unless if I play the Eagles, I'm not very confident in that game, but we'll see what happens. But
Dan, he's scared of you, man.
I'm scared of Dan. Dan, he's got my number. So, but QB stud and Sunday, you guys are going down if I play you. Moving on now, extra point.
Yes.
You hit on Grams a little bit, so this might be a little spoiled reaction, but we'll see anyway.
Yes.
Is Gramazins once revered SML member, a once looked at as a guaranteed SML Sembardi trophy hoisting guy, is Gramazins washed up? Is he like the Maytag? You know, is he a shirt in the Maytag washing machine? Is he done?
No. I just think Grams got caught up this year. Like I said, it could be team build. It could be anything from his team build to the whole COVID crisis that has gotten Grams distracted here. And that's not political in any kind of way. Yeah. But it could be the whole thing that has him completely distracted. He might be just focused on. I've been watching Grams on our feed, like eating really great and concentrating. Maybe he's just enjoying life a little too much without Madden.
Yeah.
So it could be something as simple as that. Because I've watched Grams play a lot of games, and when Grams get invested into something, he does really well at it. And so with Madden, I don't think that changes. I don't think Grams is washed up. I think this might not just been the Madden for Grams. And I don't think he built his team for this type of Madden, which a lot of us guys can use that as an excuse. Because as the game evolved, as the updates went out and things changed, some things just didn't work anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
Grams used to be one of the best linebackers and users in our game.
We have to look at it from a few points of view. Like Grams, obviously, I think his team kind of fell apart on him. He didn't build it the way he wanted to, and his division's very tough. It probably the best division in the SML, just about.
Yes.
That said, if you're an elite player, you're still gonna find a way to make the playoffs, no matter how tough your division is. If you're one of the best players,
yes.
I think that it's just a combination of things. I think his team kind of got older, and he wasn't able to build it because he was kind of sitting. Even though it's a down year for him, he's still picking in the high teens, low 20s. So
yes.
I think that if he doesn't make the playoffs next season, it'll be just kind of like a humbling experience for Grams, and he'll rise like a phoenix out of the ashes in Madden 20.
He'll tell you he'll retire, but he's not.
He'll hint at retirement. But Grams loves us in the SML, and we love Grams too much to let him go. I'll personally fly out to Florida. Actually, I'll drive because it's cheaper. I'll drive out to Florida, and I will talk him out of retirement before he leaves, and we'll make sure he comes back.
Grams, I have to sympathize here with you, brother. What kind of luck do you have to have a guy like Gov, who was a historical player in our league, leave your division, which was already probably the best division in the SML, and then to have Dan Heat come in from the primer and join and take over that team. And it's like Gov never left.
Yeah.
Or it might be worse than Gov.
It's worse than Gov. With Gov, you knew what you were going to get. With Dan, you don't. So
it really sucks.
So, Grams, our hearts out for you. Keep strong, man. Hopefully you have a strong season finale. I believe you can do it. Maybe find some sort of weed or Adderall before games to get you focused in. I believe that dragon's still inside of you. You just got to unleash the beast. And that is kind of how we're going to finish off this podcast as we near 20 minutes. Playoffs coming up. It's my favorite time of the year. I'm amped up, if you guys can't tell, because the playoffs is when the GOAT comes alive. I'm fired up. It's going to be lit. It's going to be fire, guys. Thanks for listening. I was Prime. He's Easy. You guys, take it easy.